Hi, this is Dr. Zachary Ward at Life and Alignment Chiropractic. I practice in Auburn Hills, Michigan. I am what's called a structural upper cervical chiropractor, and that I pay attention to how people are standing, how their body is in balance when they're upright and fighting gravity. And once you watch this video, you're going to know how to screen your family and friends and even yourself for the kind of care that I and my colleagues offer. We'll talk about some of the things that you could be screening for just simply by looking at the shoulders. And this is not me, this is Marco Rubio. This is the famous senator from Florida, from Florida, who ran for president in 2015 and 16. And this image is from Time Magazine in 2013, something I noticed about Marco years ago. The first time I saw a picture of him was how low his right shoulder is in comparison to his left shoulder. And that's even reflected in the position of the hand. It's lower over here, it's higher over on his left side. So when I did check into some of those debates and watched the highlights on YouTube, I had a hard time listening to what he had to say. I just could see the position that he was in, and I can tell based on kind of where his middle of his neck is. And the position of kind of the eyes, that there's something happening between the head and the neck that's influencing the shoulder position. I would not be surprised if he doesn't have some sort of chronic shoulder issue, or possibly mid-back pain, or possibly headaches. So Marco, if you're listening to this, you happen to be in the Michigan area, give me a holler. I know you're probably not as busy as you used to be, and I'd be very happy to work on you and get you balanced out. So let's kind of look at a few of these cases and what you might look for. This is me. I, again, practice in Auburn Hills, Michigan. I am the chiropractor speaking to you right now. I got a lovely smile on my face because I have a lot of fun at what I'm doing. I look a little bit goofy because, you know what, we have fun. Structural spinal care can be kind of frustrating. It takes a lot of hard work at the chiropractor's part, but it's really rewarding. We're able to help a lot of people with what we do. It's just a lot of fun. I like to have fun. And if you like to have fun and you want to get better health, then you are welcome to give me a holler. I'll tell you how to do that. This is the front of my office here, and this is the sign that you can almost see from I-75. I am off exit 79 in Auburn Hills, Michigan, right around the corner from the Pistons, who are going to the playoffs this year, so go Pistons. Let's run through a couple cases. I'm going to go through this fast. Please stick with me through the end. Because you're gonna learn some things. And let's take a look at this gentleman. I love this guy. He's just a really pleasant, general guy to be around. I love serving him, and he has a left high shoulder, and he has a left high shoulder in the post image. This is the before image. This is the after image. But hopefully you can see how his structure has shifted. His shoulder is not as low on this side. His head is not quite leaning over to the right as much. His neck isn't leaning into the right. It comes back to the left. And actually, in fact, he looks almost a little taller. This says 71. That's number 71 right there, 71 inches. Here you're going to see the 71. He's actually shorter in this image. This image was taken on the same day. This is before the release of the spine. This is after release of the spine. About a 20-minute change. These are some of the symptoms that he experienced down there. What he noticed about himself, he told me in the mirror, was how he was standing. He could see it. You could see the way that he was bent. You might be able to see some of these things in yourselves and your family and friends, your loved one. Here's another great case. Not a lot of neck, spine, shoulder pain, all that much. She came in with a lot of right hip pain, sciatica pain down the right side. Again, another lovely woman. We have some great people here at the practice. You can see the elevation in her left shoulder. You can see how that left shoulder elevation comes down, and her neck and her head come back this way. Again, gentle release of this area right here enabled that change. This wasn't an immediate shift, like this wasn't like the first correction, but it was several corrections later. So she did pretty good, pretty quickly. Again, fun to serve her. Here's a great image that includes kind of the head position from the front, so you can kind of see how her head kind of goes over to the right. And you'll see a slight elevation in this left shoulder. Again, that shoulder drops down a little bit, head kind of comes back that way. If I remember right, kind of a striking pain at the back of the head when she would lay down. Let's go back here, and Another sciatica case, believe it or not. So just because someone has a shoulder lean doesn't mean the issue is going to be up here. Oftentimes we'll see pain kind of in this area, but for him, he had a lot of pain down here, down this left side. You can kind of see how his whole body is compressed on the left. This image was taken about 4 weeks later. You can see how his shoulders are more balanced out. The head has come back this way. Again, gentle release from up here. This is a release of structure. This is a structural change. Not by doing any kind of exercises or habitual kind of rehabilitation, although that stuff's great, it's good, but releasing the lockdown in the spinal column. Again, a lot of fun, great guy, love serving him as well. This gal, she's a lot of fun, just a great person to be around. Left high shoulder, lower right shoulder. You can kind of see the way the spine leans this way, elevation of the hip. All right, so here's the deal. She was a runner, training for a lot of stuff. Head kind of comes back to the left as well. She was getting that classic kind of boring pain between the shoulder blades, and you can kind of imagine why. This image was taken about 3 months later. You can see how she's balanced out quite a bit. Head's come back to center. I recently checked in with her about a month ago. It had been probably about 6-7 months since I saw her. Still looking plumb, still looking great, standing upright on the vertical axis. Really good. You know, very little problems. Occasionally an ache or pain here or there related maybe to her running. She's doing well, and a lot of fun working with her as well. Moving on. This is a great young woman. Haven't seen her for a while. I hope she's doing well, but you can kind of see how her body's leaning over to the right, and you got to see this. So this was before her first correction. This is after her first correction. So you can kind of see the way that moves, right? She's moved quite a bit there. All right. And then this is about a month later. And then this is about a month after that. So quickly going through that again. Again, I know my pictures aren't exactly centered, but they're pretty good. You can kind of see how she comes back to center. Again, that was done by releasing this area here. Again, the shoulder was an indicator. You could see the way that she was leaning. Okay. Moving on, another fun, really great case. Loved working with him as well. Can you see the way that his head kind of goes over to the left? Can you see the kind of compression that's happening here on this shoulder? Again, the shoulder is the indicator. You can look at the way the shirt hangs and almost see how this scapular blade here is kind of sticking out further, the way this looks. There's an elevation in the left hip. Not a lot of pain other than a lot of stabbing facial pain in the face. So this is a case of trigeminal neuralgia-like pain. So hopefully you can see this shift. Look at that shift. Again, that's about 20 minutes. Nice shift there. Again, we're going to have both of those there together. Stabbing facial pain. Not a lot of pain in here, even though his structure was off. But the shoulders were an indicator that something was a problem up here. Again, you can look for that in your family and friends and know that structurally they may be able to shift and have some improvement. Another one I like to include because it's pretty obvious, his shift here, but also he did have some mid-back pain, but he had a lot of stomach problems, a lot of stomach pain. So that structural shift, that lockdown, that shifts the shoulders and the head and the neck, that can cause more than just pain here. That can cause pain even in the stomach, digestion issues. Hopefully you can see the shift that he did on that first day. Followed up with him, a month later, and still standing relatively balanced. Great changes. That may be the last case. Yep. So this is some of the specialized equipment we have in the office to take some very specific x-rays in the head and the neck that lets us know that we're doing our job right. This is just office waiting area, lots of natural sunlight, nice, convenient location. I like it. Not every office has a little bit of drawback, but I really like the location, and a lot of the folks I serve do as well. This is kind of like this is where I work on people, side posture. We do some other associated checks on a table like this. We do consultations over here. Try to make it warm and comfortable. Again, this isn't surgery, but it is a healthcare office. So want to get you balanced out in comfort. Again, this is me. You are welcome to get in contact with me if you want more information about this. If you want to log on to my website, you want to go to LIA Chiro, okay? And if you go there, there's lots of ways to get in contact with me. You can sign up for my checklist. There's a checklist on the website. Just click on one of the blog posts. You'll see an opt-in for a checklist that goes over 27 signs that your neck may be an issue. Some of those things are related to the shoulders and the shoulder position. There's also a contact box there. You can contact me, shoot me an email. You're welcome to get a hold of me that way. It would be a pleasure talking to you, pleasure serving you if you're in Southeast Michigan, or if you need a connection to another chiropractor like me who can provide these dynamic shifts, especially in the way that shoulder is balanced. Please let me know. Again, what is your shoulder saying about you? Maybe your first indicator that your body is in lockdown, your spine needs to be corrected, and it's a great place to look if you're having any kind of chronic health issue, particularly pain from head to toe that is not being corrected with other methods. Have a great day. Take care. Thanks for listening.